So hell, look around.
Following footsteps, unlighted room, feel the cold, feel the gloom. Voices are speaking, around the candy way, bodies unkept, horrible display.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Sunday Spin. I'm Vinny G. Thank you for joining us. Sunday, as always, I'm joined by my comrade, my partner in arms, and rock and roll's newest member of a very elite club. Welcome, Grandpa G Money. Congratulations, big man.
Thank you, guys. Wow. Yeah, Milo Oliver, born this morning at, I believe, 2:03 a.m. Pacific time. Shout out to my beautiful daughter, Fiona, and her partner, Abel. And yeah, little baby Milo is here.
God bless them all.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, guys. And we got an awesome dude in the house. Look at this.
Is somebody else joining?
Should I do a little drum barachi?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. This guy, I've known this guy for almost the whole time I've lived in Colorado.
Have you?
Pretty much.
I don't know when we met, Greno. I just know you're like kind of like this constant fixture in the music scene. Like you're always in a new band. I think every couple of years there's another project. You're releasing records constantly. Your anonymous collective Bandcamp page is just, there's just a staggering amount of music on there. Yeah. I don't know where we met though. It must have been a long
time. Well, I'll be honest. Let's welcome Nathan Archer to the show. And we just want to call you, I like to just call you Archer. I just think you're just Archer to me.
Yeah, either way.
Exactly.
Moniker. Yeah.
I've been called worse.
I do recall, my friend, seeing you perform a few times before I even knew you with your band Rough Age. And
yeah, likewise.
I was thoroughly impressed with your guys' presentation. Always the songwriting top notch. Man, it's just incredible. And Colorado has just been good to you, my friend. But Vinny G, you know where we got to start. We always got to start from the beginning. So go ahead, my brother. Lay the goods on Mr. Archer today.
It will be my pleasure, Gramps. Absolutely. So Archer, yeah, it's the trademark Sunday Spin question.
Oh yeah.
How old were you, and what made you start? Where you are.
Well, it would have been earlier if I could have. Her name was Amanda. I was 18. It started dating in high school, and then I went off to college. This is kind of personal stuff, but I don't really mind.
I love it.
I don't mind talking about it. And we've just been dating for a while, and things got a little more serious.
Okay, so we know
what you do at that age,
at a comedy club.
At different ages, you still do that.
Oh man, this is great. We're in the first couple minutes, and we're already hot.
Welcome to Evening at the Improv. I'm Vinny G. Yeah. Archer, classic reply.
I feel like it'd be rude to give a lot more details than that.
No, I got you, man. It's family show, right?
But I tell you what, I'd rather answer. Vinny.
Priceless, brother. Priceless, man. Oh,
what if your question was about music instead?
Hey, now that I'm thinking about it, I'd rather talk about the other subject.
He's on to something there.
Exactly, man. Yeah, it's ratings week, right? Yeah. Seriously, Archer, when did you start playing?
Oh, okay. So I was in a few different kinds of music lessons. I think we had piano lessons when I was a kid for a couple of years. I did the whole high school band thing, played the saxophone. My dad got me a guitar in middle school.
Okay.
And never stopped playing that. The saxophone's gone by the wayside. The keyboard, I can do it in public, but I'm very limited. But the guitar and later singing became just passions of mine. And I got a little bit of a late start doing music in a group, like playing like in an actual band of my own. So I moved out here to Colorado, and I started jamming with some coworkers, just screwing around doing classic rock tunes. And that turned into a cover band. After a while, you say, like, I guess we could do this in a bar, right?
Sure.
Rather than just Brad Harper's basement.
Right.
So that was a cover band called Broadcast Storm. And after a while, I started thinking about, I'd always kind of fooled around with, like, you write a little guitar riff here, you record it on your phone or your computer or whatever. And I started trying a little harder to, like, finish a song, and that turned into writing a bunch of songs and looking for some bandmates and doing Rough Age as a trio. And there have been a few other groups since then, but it's really sort of like a late bloomer, gradual thing for me, unless you count jazz saxophone in high school, which maybe you should.
Absolutely, you should.
So
it's interesting because, it really does go against the grain of what the usual replies would be. Do you think, because let's face it, I have nothing to compare it to, neither does my partner here. Do you think being a little older, being a little wiser, being a little more level-headed, mature at that age helped you in the band process? Because in a sense, we're late bloomers as well, really. We just got to know start.
Did you guys have like high school age bands you were in?
Oh, yeah.
And stuff? See, I never did that. I mean, other than like school bands, which is, a whole different universe,
It is.
It is.
I wish I had, really. I don't think I had enough like-minded people around me at my school, or that I knew how to find.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a factor, like there were a lot of metalheads and
Right.
stuff like that at my school. And man, I kind of liked metal, but I didn't really want to be in a metal band. And so I wasn't like super old. I was probably like 25 or something, starting to play in a band. So
But still a man, I would argue. And with Greno and I, we did start much earlier and a much more diverse environment. You had said, which really I took to heart, that you didn't have like-minded individuals. And we did and still do. And we did at that age. And it really did help in the process. But at 25, I also got to think you have maybe more opportunity. What would you have to say to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you're a kid, you just, it's really hard. Some kids can go find their people. They can go get outside of their school, like whoever you're kind of stuck with in your classes or maybe your extracurricular activities or whatever, or your neighborhood. And that's great, but most of them probably can't. You know what I mean? So it's probably, I bet it's more normal than you might think for somebody to not be able to find their people at a really young age, And so I moved out here after college, and it became just an amazing way to, like, it became a way to find my people and find a community in making music and making art and stuff like that. I don't do visual art, but you get into that creative community and you become interested in a lot more things and you get exposed to a lot more interesting people. So
yes,
I wish everybody could experience that, especially moving to a new state. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making friends at work, but for most people, it's not what, you get really excited about in your life.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a long-winded answer.
No,
that's how I roll, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic answer.
It's the vaccine, man. It's all because of the vaccine.
Yeah, you and I are both getting through the second wave, and Vinny's about to start the first, so that's all right.
Well, the wave has made our friend very philosophical, hasn't it, G? So it's a great answer.
It's the nanobots, man. The nanobots are in my system. I'm connected to the 5G. It's all happening, man. I can taste QR codes now.
Do me one favor, will you, my brother? Just do me one favor. Promise me you will not run your microwave for 72 hours, okay?
Yeah.
Man, I would hate to see what would happen. How about you, G?
Oh, man, we got to be cautious in this time.
Like Steve Austin's in the house, right?
Exactly. Archer, so So let's go back to, because I know I'd seen you perform with Rough Age at some venues that don't even exist anymore, which, you know, is a common in most towns and stuff. But talk about some of those early shows that you played, and especially when you got the 3-piece together, and, you know, just some of those experiences around town, venues that you like to play, things like that.
So probably the first place I remember playing with that group as a group, not just me doing solo tunes, was the Zodiac, which will always be just like seared into my heart.
Yes.
And hey, is it shout out time yet? Is it shout out time?
Always shout out time.
Always shout out time on Sunday Spin,
because
brother.
So the co-owner, I want to give a shout out to Gentle Fritz, the co-owner of the Zodiac, with her new venue opened up last night. Fritzy's and her partner JJ owned the Triple Nickel.
Yes.
Which is the upstairs piece over there, the 555.
Absolutely.
Awesome place. Awesome place to go catch live music, hang out, have a beer. They've got food now. It's going to be amazing. I wasn't there last night because I was, you know, busy making antibodies. But I hope to be over there real soon. It's right downtown in Colorado Springs. If anybody's listening and wants to go check it out.
Great plug. And we're going to have, want to go full circle, Andrea Stone on the show in 2 weeks. Another Zodiac just person that made that place wonderful.
Absolutely.
So shout out, my brother.
Yes. Sound woman. And also she just, she kept a good like high standard, like telling you, you know, for me, like one of my first gigs, what do you do or don't do and stuff like that. And I seared it with other people as well, and make them feel both welcome, but also kind of like just add a little bit of professionalism to the whole experience.
She was always looking out.
Also, just you don't see her sometimes. She's just behind the booth, but like she's an excellent singer. She plays in a band called Girl It's Girl with the absolutely amazing Alpha the musical, and I think they did the last show at the Zodiac last year, and it was incredible. And I can't wait for them to get out and see those guys live again.
Yeah, how fitting, how perfect.
Yeah,
excellent.
Soon, let's hope.
Yes, fingers crossed, fingers, toes, and all.
Whatever you can cross. Absolutely, it's been a long way. Yeah. So, Pretzel Man, what's been the hardest part of, as a musician, of the pandemic, in your opinion? What's been the toughest thing to overcome?
The toughest thing to overcome. Okay. For me, it's the isolation. I kind of have like a few friends we get together with now and then anyway, especially last summer when we could hang out outside again. Obviously that became a little less safe in the winter months, but it's not quite the same. You know, you go work. I like a lot of people work from home for a little over a year. I'm back in the office, but it's still kind of a ghost town. Sure. I'm not super comfortable not being fully, you know, immunized yet. I'm not super comfortable going and hanging out in bars, although I'm absolutely going to get back to that in a couple weeks here.
Yeah.
So just the general isolation has been just brutal. Like I am not built for it. I don't know how you guys have been or how your day is affected. Everybody's a little different. But also watching some of these local establishments, bars and restaurants and music venues, some of them shut down, others kind of adapted in ways where you can tell they're hurting, is just hard to watch, you know?
Sure. One thing about the 719 though is 719, you know, has a fighting spirit, and it's never more apparent to me as an outside observer and occasional participant as how loyal people are to the live music scenes there.
Absolutely. So, yeah. No, it's gonna come back everywhere. It's gonna come back. You know, people always make music. They make art. They can't not. It's a part of who we are.
Exactly. It's in our DNA.
And we love to, you know, obviously we love to gather and share our art and our work, and, you know, a beer or non-alcoholic beverage as well. I'm drinking some really weird green kombucha today, you guys. That's not a plug. It tastes kind of weird and it looks weirder. I don't know what's in it. I'll read it later.
Hey,
I'll just say this.
One thing, my friend.
It tastes like it would be green. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Say no more.
I know what I want to ask you about. I remember now. I remember one of the first times I saw you, and this is non-rough age, is the Sugar High Five, baby.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's break down the Sugar High Five for these.
Yeah,
they don't
Jose
know.
Jose Garcia, and all those guys are super talented. But Jose Garcia was a front man, insanely talented guy. I think he's back in town now, but I don't know if he's doing any music stuff.
Melting Temple too.
That's right. He fronted Melting Temple.
God,
I was
amazing.
Such a fan of Melting Temple. I tried to join, and I said, "Hey, do you guys need a guitar or a keyboard guy? Because you guys rock." And I think Jose or Gabe said no, but hey, we got this other thing going on. Gabe wasn't in Sugar High Five, but I joined on keys in Sugar High Five. And Lonnie Patrick was drummer, insanely talented guy. Thomas Desjardins played some guitar, and we had a slew of different horn players, and bass players. But after a few years, I think Jose started to focus on Four Moons, more of a prog psychedelic rock trio kind of thing, but a killer band, Four Moons.
Yeah.
So he was always on to something bigger and better. But I think he might have got busy with his little kid, you can't argue with that,
I appreciate you saying that because I always loved both those bands, Melting Temple and Sugar High Five. So thanks, because I never knew really what happened to those folks after the fact. So appreciate you clearing that up.
Well, Thomas Desjardins is fronting a band called Hitbone, which you know.
Yeah, we know. Well, he's the drummer though.
I just don't know if all the viewers know. So
he's one of he's a Mulligan, and he's on Anonymous Collective for since the Circles and Squares days.
Is he in Skinny Mulligan?
What's that?
Is Anthony involved in Skinny Mulligan?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Really?
See, I saw you guys' video, and it sounds and looks awesome. And I wasn't sure who it was, if it was one or both of you guys, or who else might have been involved. So you got to get out and promote yourselves, man. You gotta give yourself a little pat on the back so people know
it's coming. We're
responsible.
Drop a record, a full length. So we're working on it. But awesome. Anthony and a bunch of folks over the years have been. It's kind of an evolving thing. It's a right, Vinny.
Well, and really true, Greno. But the cool thing about the Mulligans is it's always afforded guys like Anthony to go out and do what they're going to do. And obviously a big example is Hitbone. But absolutely, I mean, Anthony was actually on our first single, Mumble, years ago, and he's with us again. And we're really lucky to have him, especially at this time, because his contributions have been enormous and they're crucial. G?
Yeah, if you want, absolutely come full circle too. And Nathan, you can attest to this, Mr. Colin Estes, who again was in Rough Age, has done projects with all of us, and did the Mulligans video. So shout out to Colin, shout out to Aaron. And the Alice in Chains cover band that they're putting together, everybody. The Glass Parade, new EP this week. We're super excited to hear that.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, Instagram, baby.
Oh man,
we work amongst greatness. They
were here yesterday, and I didn't even know.
Is this our practice space right here?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, watch your head.
I know.
The ceiling's kind of low.
The
ceiling's kind of low. This is my converted garage. I call it the wood shop because it was it was a wood shop until we moved here, and we kind of finished it out. There's a recording booth behind me over there. It's really nice. It's not huge, but it gets the job done. We're wired for sound on the wall there. I'm terrible at moving this around, but yeah, it's kind of a recording studio, more of a practice space most days. But we are doing a little bit of recording for Andy Tanner over here. We did his last EP Archers, you know. We recorded here a couple of years ago, and he's doing some tracking here and also some tracking at Back in Bloom, which is an excellent recording studio in Denver, operated by Chris Fogel.
We keep hearing that name over and over, don't we, G? Yeah,
Chris Fogel or Andy Tanner?
Helping indie rock.
Both those names.
Yeah, both those names. But yes, we had a guest last week, I think it was, mentioned the studio. Wasn't that Java Joe, my friend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He literally said the same thing about that studio in Denver.
Is Joe Bruno's recording over there, isn't he?
Yeah, False Report.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. Yep.
Heck yeah. Great band.
Oh, we
great
love
songs. I can't wait to hear the new stuff they're doing here.
Exciting time to be in the 719.
Yeah, Andy Tanner's probably one of my favorite songwriters anywhere, and he's right here in Hillside. Super talented guy. Been in a lot of great bands. So keep an eye out for new tunes from him sometime, maybe this year. We'll see. Speaking of keeping out for tunes, let's let the people know down there at the bottom of the screen. They can go to roughAgeMusic.com, which, by the way, is a very swanky website, Mike. Oh, it's still alive. I haven't been updating it enough. And then also the Facebook.com Rough Age Music. That's right. Yeah, I've got some new recordings in the work for Rough Age stuff as well. I'm finalizing some masters. I sent you a link if you want to play it now or at any time. Yes. It's probably close to finished, so I'm willing to, have it out there on a podcast. If we'll break it down for the people towards the end of the show, my friend. Thanks for mentioning that. Man, we're on a roll, guys. Little teaser. I feel pretty good for grandpa mode right now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, the old man got his nap in. Lawrence Welk was on last night. Tapioca and Matlock on Sunday. Yeah.
Not actually too far off. We did watch a Tom Hanks movie, my wife and I fell asleep. So
there he is, man. My buddy Geritol G, right?
You got your microchip upgraded.
Exactly. Man, never a dull moment. And we started out smoking hot. We got Nathan Archer on the show. You guys are enjoying Sunday Spin. Vinny, I forgot to give out some love at the beginning of the show to What's Left Records and Grooves Records in San Francisco. We love all of you. The Anonymous Collective roster, and then, of course, Stables Media. Just had to shout out and some love. But, man, I'm intrigued about this Vanilla Blue.
Oh, this was
Vanilla Blue, right, Vinny?
Yeah, that was a cover band named after the Naked Ray Gun song. Although I don't think we covered any Naked Ray Gun at any point, but
that's great.
The bass player Todd Groh, excellent bass player, was a big fan of those guys. That was a cover band I was in for a little while. And actually, Aaron Moore, who's in this Alice in Chains tribute band we're about to get started up, she actually sang in there for a while. Keith Kieran, Jefe Montoya, who are a couple local. Just fixtures of the metal and grindcore scene. And we did kind of just classic rock and 80s stuff for a while.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who I'll kind of play anything a little bit. Not that I don't like 80s music or cover bands, but I still enjoy working on covers. I think it's very good, even if you're an original musician, because you get a lot of opportunities to learn from the masters and reverse engineer all their tricks and, keep your skills sharp,
Excellent point. That is an excellent point. And here's the cover tunes, it was our bread and butter for a long time, frankly, wasn't it, G? At least with the Mulligans and, all through our existence with many bands, it's all about the covers, right? And we live in a 21st century society where it's not always I've heard
Archer do some great covers and fantastic versions of replacement songs that I thought people would not do.
Have I done a replacement song? I don't remember when I have. Dude, but I love the replacements.
Yeah,
it's been a while. They're all together in my head now.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't beat replacements. 10 and Let It Be and all that stuff. Pleased to Meet Me.
Yeah.
Epic songs.
Definitely. Good
So is that what's the picture I'm seeing behind you, Greno? Behind your drum set.
Oh,
is that a dolly?
This surrealist? No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I forget that artist. Yeah, I always forget. Oh wait, it's probably in the corner. Let's see. I should know. It's a little.
I was joking around with my wife. Beautiful.
Dominique Appia.
Okay. I'm not familiar, but I was trying to think of like a cool shout out to do, because you guys are always like, reaching out to people on the community on the show, which I love. And I wanted to give a shout out to Andre Breton for everything that he does. Andre Breton, not the guy, not the novelist, but the anteater.
Yeah.
Just doing what he does. Salvador Dali's pet anteater that he would walk on a leash, and just everything he does for the world, or did. It's been a while, I guess. It's inspirational. Salvador Dali's anteater.
Heck yeah, definitely. I'm glad that we have a lot of details sometimes in the background and stuff. So I appreciate you. Everyone digs the lava lamp. I know that's one thing that people are always checking out. And then of course,
with me, I got to tell you, I always look for Brian Wilson. That's how I know I'm in my spot, brother. Yeah, Brian Wilson picture in the background. That's Vinny G's area when he's in town. Right next
I've got an original Chris Alvarez Art Van Gomez piece. Oh, you can't see it for crap, but there's my background art. I'm turned around trying to get it in the shot here.
Arch, are you ready for this drum kit to be in the room?
I'm dying for that drum kit to be in the room.
Okay, you can play it too, baby.
We had so for folks on the listeners that aren't familiar, we did our first practice for this Alice in Chains tribute band. We're going to do around Halloween time, probably. And Gren, of course, was recovering from his microchip, and maybe next Saturday, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Me too.
It's going to be so fun. Such a fun band. I love that mix of like heavy and the sweet like vocal harmonies. That contrast is just so fun.
They have some amazing songs for as big of a band. Like, I'm not always into the huge bands, and they just have some amazing songs.
And if I can give you a letter of if I can give you a letter of recommendation for a bandmate, G's got it. I mean,
he's in.
There's no one better to work with. Who else are you going to find that has his passion?
Can't wait.
Shout out to Kenny, man. That guy's a great drummer. I love him, and it's so much fun to play these songs.
So Vinny, are you also a multi-instrumentalist like Greno is?
No, I wish I was. I'm a song and dance man. I can work my way around the bass and a guitar.
Plays
no training.
Yeah,
excellent.
He's way too
high. Yeah,
way too humble. This guy.
I appreciate that, but yeah, as my father would say, I'm not Pavarotti.
well, the Skinny Mulligans song sounded great.
Yeah,
and that's you two guys and Anthony. Is that right?
So that one song is just us two. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anthony, all right. So you've got a rotating.
He was really working a lot with Hipbone still at the time. Unfortunate set of circumstances. He's become much more available to us, and gosh, open arms. But yeah, he was doing his thing, and with great results, I might add.
They've got a new record coming out pretty soon. I think
they're still. I don't know if they're still looking for a bass player, but man, I say they blow that thing up to like a big old 6-piece band, Black Oak, Arkansas. Anthony grows his hair out again. Like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, they could be the Allman Brothers, right?
Thomas has like the double bass with like the awesome like drum. Like, he's got some of the killerest front drum heads. Always says hip bone, super artistic. We got to blow that band up, man. After blow Hip Bone and Rough Age and Skinny Mulligans,
of course. Yeah. So I did contribute one keyboard track. I did a little little like Rhodes piano thing on God, what is the name of the song? I'm having a brain fart. It was so stuck in my head while I was working on it. Breathe In on the upcoming Hip Bone record.
That's so exciting, man.
So,
right on. Always full
yeah.
circle, Vinny. Always full circle.
Yeah, I love to do collaborations, you know, guest spots. We got Colin and Aaron on a tune coming out soon for Rough Age. I got some drums courtesy of Emily Gould, excellent, super talented drummer.
Yes, she's really
and
good. Yep.
And this Bless This Mess tune that we're gonna hear later features some vocals from Charlotte Rogers of Stalemate, another awesome shoegaze band right here in the 719.
That is so cool. Yeah, in fact, let's while I'm getting that ready, if you guys want to, I'm going to make some preparation to get the song ready. If you guys want to do some shout outs, Vinny, you want to pay some bills?
Yeah.
It's your show, boys. I'm going to do some producing.
All right.
Sure. While you're getting it ready, I really just want to first off thank you for your time with us, Nathan. It's an amazing story. I wish you a lot of luck in your comedy career, because I think if the music falls off, you're gonna have something to fall back on. I look forward to seeing you on the Tonight Show. I'll be able to say I knew that guy when. Seriously though, no, you are a very funny guy, great personality. It's always true with these guys from the 719G. You know, they never disappoint, and you sure didn't, Nathan. So thank you very much. Please tell us about the song.
Oh, we'll say before I got to do a quick shout out to my buddy Andrew Ingram. I did his podcast several months ago. He's a local comic and writer. He's trying to get a novella published, I think. And we had a good laugh about how a musician that tells a joke can be like super funny, but everybody hates a comic as soon as they bust out a guitar. They're like you know,
true.
It's like you could bust out like some old fish and be more welcome, probably.
Which explains why Greno and I are not singing the national anthem at any ball games this year. Yeah, you know, absolutely.
Okay, so Bless This Mess. I actually started playing with Sugar High Five. I played it a little bit with Rough Age when you're doing the full band thing. Now I'm doing kind of a one-man band, drum machine, loop a guitar riff, add layers, sort of deal with my live stuff. And the recording is just, I decided I love doing the one-man band thing live, but when I'm going to make recordings, a single or a record, whatever, I'm going to leave it all in the field. You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't sound like one guy, I don't care. Nobody cares. Just make that song as good and as full as you feel like it wants to be. So I got a bunch of friends. Well, mostly I got Emily and Charlotte on this one. And I had a lot of fun just layering some guitar and bass, busted out a fuzz pedal, which I hadn't really played with before. I got a weird little like honky tonk bridge thing that sort of came out of nowhere. And I've just been having a lot of fun sort of producing my own music a little bit. And as far as the subject matter of the song, it's just, I don't know. It's like every love song. You know, the message is basically don't leave me. You know?
Hey, universal, baby.
So you could say that's to my lovely wife Taryn Sweeney in the house if you want. But I always try to write to a feeling.
Yeah.
Whether it's literal autobiographical details of my life or if it's more of like a short story set to music. I always try to, you know, music is what feelings sound like, right? Mm-hmm. So you write to the feeling and you work backwards from that. And as long as you do that, I think you can have a chance of doing something that people dig.
And being honest with yourself. Absolutely. Because there's a lot of honesty even in fiction, in my opinion. Songwriting is a huge part of that. So yeah, I back you 100%. What a great message to send, Nathan. Thank you.
If you're true to the feeling that you're trying to share with somebody, then the rest kind of doesn't matter, you know?
Exactly.
Right. The rest is just having fun and go and figure out the technical details and whatever you got to do to get that message to resonate. Excellent. Anyway, that's the long answer.
Beautiful, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Somebody vote this guy mayor of the 719, huh? Right away.
Oh, absolutely, man. Gotta get that campaign rolling.
Absolutely. Get
We're
Ruth
coming
Sam
for you,
home.
Southers.
Just want to say thank you so much, Archer, for joining us. Check out Rough Ages Music and their illustrious website, roughagemusic.com. Also, facebook.com/roughAgeMusic. We'll be back next week. Katie Ketchum, man, this woman has done so much amazing music, and talk about a one-woman show. She's done Broadway. She's been all over the world. So we're really excited to have Katie on next week, just to pass on the torch of greatness from Archer to Katie. Again, Archer, thank you so much. We're going to leave you guys, if everything works, if I got my stuff together producer-wise, we're going to leave you with the song, That's This Mess, and it's Rough Age. And you said, who's it? It's featured with a couple of your friends, right? Emily and
featuring Emily Gould of lots of bands, but Spirettes and the Double Land most recently, and Fire Follows. She played drums, and Charlotte Rogers contributed some backing vocals. She's in an amazing band called Stalemate, who would be a great guest and is a huge important part of the local music scene here too. It's been really fun, you guys. Thanks so much for having me on. It's always great to hang out with you, Greno, and now you too, Vinny.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, you're always welcome back. Open door policy. And yeah, by all means, tell your friends. You have an artist spotlight out there. Somebody that needs some pub. It's what the show is created for, right? We do it for all of us. It's out of love for the community. Greno, let's hear that song, baby.
Let's share this audio, baby.
Love. It's barely breathing, and I'm just a shadow. Now that you're leaving, it's alright. I put out a fire. I didn't get high. No, you always wanted the skyline. Love came here, stayed for a long year. We got along, but it's not like a dream. I love it so. This track sound out we made our home is hurting now, and leaning so the road. Chevy Caprice, we towed it on to the lawn. Now it's part of the scenery, grown into the fold. So baby, stay, don't be afraid. When the train comes, let it go on its way. Oh, bless this mess. I love it so. This track sound down. We made our home. It's hurting now, and leaning so. This garden in your rustic caprice. I think it's charming, the flowers over the weeds. So baby, stay, don't be afraid. When the train comes, you know it's gonna rattle your cage. Oh, bless this mess, I love it so. This track sound down, made our home, it's hurting now, and ain't it so rough. Oh, bless this mess, I love you so. This track sound down,